And there we are getting you those latest pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's reached Imphal. In fact, shortly from now, he will also be delivering that address. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Imphal, and this is a very important visit. First, he was in Mizoram, then in Manipur, and now in Imphal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi especially touching down where the focus, of course, is on development, but most importantly, the message of peace that he puts out, where he has urged all outfits to ensure peace in Manipur is what he said. He also highlighted how he said that he is with the people. And now we are getting you those pictures from Imphal, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is speaking to the victims of violence in Imphal. Remember, this is his first visit to the state since the 2023 ethnic violence. The opposition has been criticizing him for not reviewing the situation, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi there putting out the message of peace, of development, and of wellness of all people in this region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also laid down and inaugurated projects worth 7,300 crore rupees. Now he is also set to address a public gathering in Imphal, where he will be inaugurating projects worth 1,200 crore rupees in Imphal. He's just touched down, and shortly from now he will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of several projects to the tune of 1,200 crore rupees in Imphal. Just a short while ago, when he was in Manipur, he had said that Manipur was scarred by unrest, but largely Prime Minister reiterating the message of peace, saying, "I'm with you." He says that it is hope and aspiration that must lead the people who have been at the suffering end. Let me cut across to Indrajit Kundu as we stay with these pictures. Indrajit, Prime Minister interacting with the victims of violence in Imphal. Take us through the details of what is happening there.
Well, that's right. It's part of his, two-city program. First, he was in Churachandpur. He did the same, where he met the internally displaced people and then addressed the gathering there. And now he's meeting those who were homeless, those who have not been able to return to their homes. The Meitei from the Meitei community. They are gathered here. They have been brought here by the government, and the Prime Minister interacting with them. Shortly after which, the Prime Minister will be addressing the gathering at the historic Kangla Fort behind me. The Prime Minister, of course, would be inaugurating, kicking off about 1,200 crore worth of infrastructure projects. The total, worth of the projects for Manipur today, which the Prime Minister would be inaugurating and laying the foundation stone off, and would be around 8,500 crores. So this is, in a sense, a big infrastructure push as far as the central government is concerned. The Prime Minister, of course, would be, giving his message of peace. We heard him in Churachandpur, where he spoke about and made an appeal to all the communities to come on the negotiation table because peace is the only way for progress, is what he said. One can only expect that the Prime Minister will reiterate what he has said in Churachandpur here in the Manipur capital of Infra.
Continue talking to us, Indrajit, because like you're saying that the weather has not been conducive in that sense, but huge crowds that have gathered to listen into what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has to say. Meanwhile, the opposition upping the ante. In fact, Congress also staged protests, so much so that the security had to be heightened. We now understand that the protests are quite in control. What is the situation like?
Well, that's right. Firstly, there was a political war of words that has ensued with the opposition Congress party, of course, hitting out at the BJP, at the Prime Minister, saying that this is too little, too late. And also the way the Prime Minister's visit has been designed by the central government, they say this only normalizes, or rather it's an attempt to make the crisis invisible. The Prime Minister's infrastructure push, the fact that he is here to inaugurate certain projects, they are saying that that is not the need of the hour. Of course, infrastructure and development are necessary, but the precursor, of course, is peace, to establish peace. And what they are saying is that the Prime Minister should have met all the stakeholders available in this crisis and show that gesture. So that's the Congress on its part. There were some Congress workers who also, with posters and placards in their hand, protested right outside this venue. Where the Congress party headquarters, of course, is not very far away from the location where we are. So they were contained within the Congress headquarters premises by police and additional CRPF security. Now things have, of course, calmed down, and the Prime Minister, of course, is inside the venue, attending the event, and shortly from now, he will be addressing the crowd who have gathered here. And I can tell you, I was there inside the Kangla for just a short while back. The former Chief Minister Biren Singh himself was overseeing the situation. I did have a word with him. So, the entire venue is full of water right now. There is waterlogging in certain areas. It's raining heavily since morning. But despite all this, the inclement weather, people, BJP supporters of Prime Minister Modi, they have gathered in large number inside the event venue right now just to listen to him. And the significance of this program is not lost to anybody because it comes 2 years after ethnic conflict broke out in the state. And as I said, it is also politically significant. It may not be a political program, but the BJP and the ruling administration here hopes that this will only be able to rejig and re-energize the BJP Karyakarta, ordinary Karyakarta on the ground. Because 7 months back, the BJP Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, he had to tender his resignation and his government was dismissed and President's rule was imposed. So the BJP does not have a government here, while they hope that they will be able to, somehow cobble up support sometime in the future and once again stake claim. But till such time that happens, the BJP would want to re-energize their cadre base on the ground. And what better way to do that through the Prime Minister's visit today. Suesha.
Talking about inclement weather, Indrajit, Prime Minister also referring to how he could not take to the chopper because of the weather, and he rather cherished the fact that he had to take the road route because it helped him interact with people a lot more, and that is what he's there to tell the people, that I'm with you. That is the message that he largely puts out.
Well, absolutely. Make no mistake about that. This is a very significant visit. And the fact that, there was a lot of apprehension that whether the Prime Minister's program will actually go through, whether he will be able to make his way to Churachandpur, given the kind of weather that we are seeing since yesterday. Of course, he couldn't visit Churachandpur using his helicopter, but he did decide to land in Imphal. And mind you, from Imphal to Churachandpur, it's about 2 hours. And the Prime Minister did insist on taking the road route because of the kind of significance that he attaches to this trip. And that is something that is being read by many as very, very important. So the Prime Minister went to Churachandpur, attended the program there, no matter how the weather was. Since yesterday, when I was personally there in Churachandpur, I saw how difficult it was for the district administration to make preparations at the ground due to the heavy rain. And then what happened was the similar situation was witnessed here. There were efforts being made to somehow drain the water because the field on which the Prime Minister's event is scheduled a short while from now, it's completely soggy right now. Everybody who has come, you can see people who are slowly making their way out, some of them, because they couldn't enter at the last moment. They're all wearing rain jackets, raincoats. Because it's a high-profile visit, the Prime Minister is protected by the SPG. A lot of restrictions there. People can't enter with umbrellas. So they had to literally get drenched in rain, but nonetheless, it did not deter them. So, as I said, Manipur eagerly awaits to hear from the Prime Minister today. One leg of his journey is over. The second leg is just about to begin when Prime Minister begins his speech here at the Kangla Fort anytime now.